Yeah, well, we've done it to. We've vigorously tested lots of parts. Just behind Stu is the prototype gun, which is my personal gun, which we have run every series of pistons that we've tried, every series of gears, motors, barrels, hops, everything from Prowin, Max, Laylax, everything. We've tried all the different products to find the one which we think performs the best.
So
Yep.
the SBR that I've got behind me isn't the exact one that is on the website. So as Mark was saying, this is his personal one. You can see this the device on the front is slightly different to the one that was on it. And again, this has been the workhorse of adding a part, testing it, seeing what changes, taking it apart, putting it back together, taking it apart, putting it back together. And making sure that every part that is then in the final product, and the rifle that's behind them is one of the final products. And again, the accessories that are just they're there for sure, really, just so that you can get an idea of how these things can be built up. And you're saying that you've done prototyping, testing, and everything like that. Obviously, you guys working in the workshop, did a lot of that come from platforms that are already on the market that you see come back a lot? Maybe not. What would you replace in other stuff? But did you see what was failing on things and think, right, these are the definite parts that need changing?
Yeah, this is what we looked at. I mean, going forward, everyone wants a MOSFET ETU in there now. I mean, obviously the lower range, or your Cyma ranges, things like that, as your beginner guns. But as you go up, people are wanting the electronic triggers.
Yeah.
We saw motor failures in certain guns. Even in this one, we started out with the ASG CNC range, and we found that with the active braking, pre-cocking, all this, once it got to 120, 130,000 rounds, that this motor were giving up.
Yeah. And that's on this one.
That's
so
on that one.
You can see that some of the other parts that are probably in this, obviously the motor took 120,000 rounds, been changed to something else. You've then got to almost restart that process again.
Yes, we had to do it again.
So there's then some parts in this that have never failed.
Oh, they've never failed.
So obviously they don't take much stress, but putting that many rounds through a platform, not in a workshop environment, because obviously you've had this at proving grounds, you've had this at various sites, because putting it through a chrono or anything like that, it's testing the functionality, but it's not testing the gun.
Yeah.
So you running around with it, stress testing it, changing it from semi to full auto, that's how you test that many rounds.
Yeah.
So there's some parts in this that have just never come out and just been golden
the gears,
from...
the Crytek gears themselves.
Yeah.
We tried Promi gears, we had some failure with some bevels, things like that. Then we went back to the Crytek gear set. And to be honest, this gear set is solid.
Yeah.
That gun now, with the setup that's in it, which is in all the other guns now, has done 190,000 rounds.
Post the motor change.
This is post the motor.
With the new, and this is with the warhead motor.
This is with the warhead motor in it, and still going strong.
And that's the last time you checked, and I took this for a little bit of a test fire, and I put at least another 10 mags through it.
Yep.
So there's another 1,000 rounds, and again, testing the full auto, testing the semi-auto, testing, like, trying to do the thing that you expect a player to do, sort of double tapping, triple tapping, not fully pulling the trigger and waiting for the shot, trying to catch the gear system out.
One thing I have done is as well, if anyone in patrol base has been going to a game day, I've said, here, take it.
And it gets more
testing. Take it out. I want you to show me where it can fail.
Yeah.
And when I see if it's going to, then that's something we'll look at. But yeah, the bearings, the gears, the hop unit, the barrel, the hop rubber, the nub, all these things, the piston, the spring, cylinder head, piston head, all these things are solid. They're the things that have been in there. So they've pretty much nailed it, just short of probably 400,000 rounds put through them.